Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We have a level 10 links video for the Strength EZA Ultimate Gohan. His links are finally completed. We have on the Margin Buu Saga category team, so he has the full 170 across the board. And so I could bring this Goku, who does actually have an EZA, which isn't too bad. I didn't bother EZAing him, so, you know, if you did, it would be more viable to run, but he's mainly here purely for literally like one link, which is Z Fighters, which at level 10 is nice with the extra attack plus 20%. There is one link we won't be getting off, which is Shocking Speed, which means at level 10 we're missing Ki plus 2 and Defense plus 5%. It's not a whole lot, it's not going to change a whole lot. I don't want to force just a random unit to get Shocking Speed on, you know, to show that off. Like, it just kind of makes no difference. An extra 5%, it just doesn't make that much difference, if we're being completely honest. So we do have him on rotation turn 1, which is good, and we have him on rotation immediately with his, you know, not perfect linking buddy, but his best buddy, which is the Tech Ultimate Gohan. And we do have him on rotation with the Super Saiyan 2 Saiyan Man, isn't it? No, no, Great Saiyan Man is Super Saiyan, it's not Super Saiyan 2, I always get confused. But it's the Super Saiyan Great Saiyan Man unit, so we are getting attack and defense plus 30% straight away, which 4 links active, which are what links? All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage, Power Bestowed by God, Fierce Battle, which all in the Family is defense plus 20%, hence why with the support we're on just over 200k defense, coupled with the fact that we have a high chance to guard and we also greatly raise defense on Super by 50%. His defense is in a pretty good spot, especially if that high chance to guard does come off after supering. Even better if you get an additional off, which of course, quite an old unit. If you have dupes in Rainbowed, if you get an additional super off, you can greatly raise your defense a second time. If the high chance as well, you also have, or you guard, you get that built-in additional come off. And if that high chance comes off for that additional to become a super attack as well, ideally, you could be super attacking 3 times in one turn with EZA Strength Ultimate Gohan, don't forget. Not only would you be stacking him 3 times on his attack, but you would greatly raise his defense by 50%, 3 times as well in one turn, which means even if you don't guard, his defense is in a very good spot. Not to mention, if he does guard, you're going to be taking next to nothing in terms of damage. So even with support turn 1, that's pretty nice. I'm going to put him up front, or I do have him up front. At least that way he can super off, but almost 400k attack stat turn 1 with support, and he's going to be stacking the entire time, and he's already linked up with the Tech Ultimate Gohan. Yeah, 4 mil turn 1. Again, I know that's with support. Without it, you're still looking at above 3.5 mil probably. So with level 10 links, that's a pretty good starting point considering he's going to be stacking his attack the entire event, which is kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. And we haven't even transformed the Tech Ultimate Gohan yet, which just makes it all that much better. So in that rotation, we had All in the Family active, which again gave us defense plus 20%. We had Saiyan Lineage, which is Ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 5%, not a whole lot. We had Z Fighters. No, we didn't have Z Fighters, that's why the Goku's here. We had Int Fighter, which is attack plus 15% and all enemies minus 15% defense. And Fierce Battle, which is attack plus 20% as well. So we're still yet to have Power Bestowed by God active, which we're going to get once Tech Ultimate Gohan is transformed, which, yes, you're not getting a full 7 out of 7. You know, once he's transformed, you're getting 5 out of 7. That's still pretty good, and considering how good the rotation is. You know, you have this guy stacking attack, this guy stacking defense, this guy guarding everything. He also has a high chance to guard. Also, he greatly raises defense one turn on super. He's supporting superclass allies with an extra defense plus 50%. Not that this guy needs it, but, you know, it's a bit extra. And also, Entrusted will superclass category allies get attack plus 30% and Ki plus 2, which is making this Gohan put out a bit extra damage. It's just such a great, cohesive working rotation. And this is before either of them have a 200% category, which is crazy to think about. So no support, 1 super attack, we're already up to a 480k attack stat. We're on 185k defense, which, again, 185k defense, no support, and the fact that he does greatly raise defense on super by 50% is still pretty good. It means his defense will still be in a pretty good spot, and then if the high chance the guard comes off, you're going to be taking probably next, I say probably, you are going to be taking next to no damage, no doubt. We get the additional. We did get the additional, didn't come off as a super attack. We actually got the additional from the dupe system as well. No super. You know, ideally if RNG was in our side and we super attacked twice, again, we would have stacked not only 3 times in one turn, but we'd have greatly raised our defense 3 times in 1 turn, which would have been dope. But him having a built-in additional of a high chance to super is good anyway, because it means you can stack quicker again, you can greatly raise your defense twice, and then on top of the dupe system as well. It just means if Iron G is in your side, in 1 turn, Gohan could be so defensively amazing, while building up his attack just massively. Which is insane to think about, and I said this is all without a 200% category lead. I said this when the EZA dropped. Once they both get a 200% category lead, you're probably looking at one of the best rotations, in my opinion, in the game. I'm not saying the best, I'm not saying no top 10, but it's going to be one of the better rotations in the in the game. You just kind of have the best of both worlds. As I said, Tech Ultimate Gohan, is his damage on levels of some of the other Dokkan Fest? No. On a 200% category lead, you're probably looking at like almost 6 mil attack stat, which is pretty decent, coupled with the fact that he tanks everything with the guard and stacks defense. So all of those things together, and that is such a well-rounded unit. And then this guy stacking attack while having the defense he could possibly have when greatly raising his defense on super, you know, has the high chance to guard. Again, if you get some additionals off and you get his greatly raised defense off, you know, more than once. Again, defensively, this guy's sitting pretty well, putting out insane amounts of attack stats because you're going to be stacking him the entire time. It's honestly the best of both odds. Now, annoyingly, I'm not going to be able to super him after this Gohan supers, just because this Gohan's going to do too much damage. So we do have the Z Fighters link active, which once we have 5 links active, which the extra one we are getting is Power Bestow by God. And we do have Shocking Speed now. Actually, no, the link, I think are we missing a link at all? Yeah, we're missing Saiyan Lineage and Power Bestow by God, which Power Bestow by God will get once he supers. But with the extra 20% from Z Fighters and the extra Shocking Speed link from Gohan, which we now have that he's transformed, so it is Saiyan Lineage that we're actually missing once we lose this, not lose this Goku, but Saiyan Lineage is the link we're missing, which again, it's only Ki +2 and attack and defense +5%, so you're not missing a whole bunch. We are up to a 793k attack stat and 185k defense, which again, for someone who stacked what, twice, I think he supered twice. So we are going to lose the Z Fighter link, which puts us just below a 700k attack stat. We got some orbs. We were over 1.1 mil, which is ridiculous. Then we get the extra super off so we can actually stack with the EZA Gohan. That's crazy. 4.4 mil. Again, we lost the extra 20% from the Z Fighters link at level 10. And we're still on a 4.4 mil attack stat. And we've pretty much only supered, what, 2 times? 2 times. That's crazy. And again, the part that actually just kind of shocks me so much about how well he performs, even both of them perform, it's the fact that they don't have a 200% category lead, which is kind of mad to think about. Because, I mean, we've seen it with a lot of units in the game. Once you get that 200% category, the step up from what they can already do is quite a big leap. And it's crazy to think right now how much better both of them are going to get once they have a 200% category lead. Honestly, as I said, it's probably going to be one of the best rotations or one of the better rotations in the whole game. You know, this EZA Gohan has so much going for him. As I said, he's got the high chance to guard, he stacks attack, greatly raises defense on super, supports superclass allies with defense +50%, entrusted will superclass allies get Ki +2 and attack +30%, which means not that this Gohan needs it, but he's going to get extra defense on top of what he's already stacking, going to do some extra damage, you know, high chance to guard, which, you know, we're not all fans of chances. You know, I'm personally not a fan of chances to guard, but if it does come off, coupled with the defense he's already got, going to be tanking a hell of a lot of damage. Not only that as well, has the built-in additional, which if you do guard, will come off, and you also have a high chance of launching an additional super attack, which is great because then you can stack quicker, you can greatly raise your defense twice, you've got dupes in him, you could stack again and greatly raise your defense for a 3rd time. Honestly, it's insane. So we have the 5 links active. Power Bestow by God as well. We're still over a mil. We have 216k attack stat, but of course, we do have that Kid Buu support with that attack and defense +50%. I thought since we're on a Margin Buu Saga team, why not bring that crazy Kid Buu support with some orbs, We're on a 1.63 million attack stat before we've even supered from Kid Boo's support. What are we putting out on super? What are we putting out on super? 5.5 million. Bearing in mind, this is what, his 4th super attack, his 5th. We've had no additional supers. And that's how much he's putting out. Finally, we got one. We're up to 5.9 already. 5.9. 5.9. I forgot to say, I mean, we're actually guarding as well. That's probably the additional that came off, was because we're guarding. I forgot to say, I mean, he does stack attack, but don't forget, he is stacking by 50%. He's not stacking by 20 or 30%. He stacks by 50% every time he super attacks. So getting his attack stat up quickly is never going to be an issue with this guy, because he's going to be stacking by 50% every time he supers. Which is just kind of crazy. It's just kind of crazy how good that Gohan is and how good both Ultimate Gohan rotations are. Again, I've said it, but I'll say it again, and that is all without a 200% category lead. I mean, considering how impressive this looks, can you imagine how impressive it's going to be once they get that extra attack and defense plus 30% from the leader skill twice? That extra 60% from the 200% leader skill? Yeah, man, it's gonna be almost game over. As I said, that rotation just has the best of both worlds. Offensively, defensively, the guard, the support from the EZA Gohan, which the tech one doesn't need the extra defense, but you'll take it. An extra attack for the tech one's gonna be nice. So we've got the extra attack plus defense plus 30% again from this Gohan, but we're now up to, so with a normal support right now, we're up to 1.4 million attack stat and just over 200k defense. We'll put you in slot 1, give you all of these. I'm just waiting for that Goku to come back around so we can get the Z-Fire link active, but over a 2.1 mil attack stat now. And that's with normal 30% attack and defense from the Super Saiyan Great Saiyaman unit. Honestly, it's insanely good. I think if I had to list them, it's either him or transforming SSB's EZA, which is #1 in the game. 5.8 mil. 5.8 mil. We've had one additional, by the way. One additional. Yes, that's with support. We've had one additional in terms of stacking quicker. I think no bias, the transforming SSB EZA probably is #1 in the game, especially with the amount of categories he goes on and things like that. But I have to say, EZA Strength Ultimate Gohan's probably sitting round about #2. If I had to rank them, he's probably sitting in 2nd. I'm not entirely sure because I can't remember all the EZAs off the top of my head right now, and Global doesn't have all of them, and I'm yet to use like Turles, but Strength Ultimate Gohan's EZA, you're probably looking at either 2 or #3. I think he's probably definitely top 5. More than likely top 3 EZAs in the game. I'm not sure. I think it depends. I'm not sure where people would put Turles, and Global doesn't of course have him yet, but you're probably looking at either 2nd or 3rd EZA in the entire game. I said this when his EZA dropped. Not only was it a great EZA to begin with, and then being on rotation with a unit like Tech Ultimate Gohan, who is one of the few units in the game who can handle slot 1 pretty much perfectly, while this Gohan is great for slot 2, and he needs to be in slot 2, so he can greatly raise his defense before being supered, and keep stacking his attack and things like that, and getting additionals help him have more defense, you know, those type of things. Not only do you have the perfect rotation where you have a slot 1 unit in Tech Ultimate Gohan, and a great slot 2 unit in the EZA Strength Ultimate Gohan, but then it increased his value because then the Tech Ultimate Gohan had a good linking partner, which then increased his value as well, even though it was already skyrocketed in the first place and super high, but it increased his value because he got to link with the Tech Ultimate Gohan, and you got to run that kind of perfect rotation. So we have pretty much every single link active. We will do once he supers, we will get that power up still by God Link, but we're missing Saiyan Lineage, which again isn't overly important. We're only missing Ki +2 and attack and defense plus 5%. It isn't much. We do have the Z-Fighters link, which is the extra attack plus 20%. No support. We've been stacking the entire time, which we've stacked, what, 6-7 times now. 1.58 mil, 185k attack stat, no support. I mean, to be fair, it's probably not going to be that insane because it would have obviously have been more if we had a support and Z Fighters link active, but we couldn't do that. But you know, I've got to show you all the links active, got to show the support rotations. And here it is. We are gonna be up to, after this, I mean 4.2. I know people knock this guy's damage, but it's actually not that bad. I mean, I know he does have the support, the attack plus 30% from the strength ultimate Gohan, but it's not bad. 6.3. No support. He stacked about 6-7 times, has the extra Z Fighter link giving him an attack plus 20%, and he's also guarding, which means not only did he put out a great attack stat that turn and done massive amounts of damage, especially he would have done even more if he got an additional super and crit, but he was guarding, which means he would have tanked everything, especially if he got supered, and put out great damage. Again, it's honestly a ridiculous rotation. At level 10 links, it's great. The EZA in that rotation with the Tech Ultimate Gohan was already amazing. I cannot wait for these two to get a 200% character lead where I can do this video again. Rainbowed level 10 links, but on a 200% character lead, because it's going to be insanely good. And I can't wait. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you next video, guys. And peace.